What is a mobility privacy mask? Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from a company called Skyted, based in France, is CEO Stephane Hersen. Hi, Stephane.
Hey, thank you for having me.
A pleasure to meet you. And let's start with an overview. What is the problem that you've identified?
Well, when I was VP at Airbus in charge of cabin in Singapore, one company, airlines, came to me with a very special request. They said, today people want to make calls everywhere. You know, with the hybrid works, you need to handle calls pretty much in every situation, in transport, in the restaurant. And the problem is that we cannot have 300 people making a call, sitting one each to the others, and not fighting at the end of the flight. So we have to shut down all the voice over IP in the aircraft. And they said, it's such a problem because today we are really pretty much addicted. We jumped from 3 calls a week to before COVID to 30 to 40 calls after, so per week. So that was a real issue for most of the people. So I decided to think how you can make a call with somebody you don't know touching your shoulder, which we call that the shoulder touching case, where you have a complete a fellow with that you don't know the whereabouts, and you have to be able to make confidential calls to your boss. So are you going to make sure you're not going to pry into his quiet zone, and on the other part, how he's not going to pry into your conversation? That's pretty much the basic of it. So we are creating a kind of sound bubble that you can restrain or develop according to the place you are. And we developed the Skyted masks. So this is one of the features we have been developing in the last 24 months.
Well, describe for us what the mask is, how it does solve the problem. What's going on here?
Yeah, the mask is here. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. So by wearing it, inside it you have some what we call resonators. Resonators are here. When I started, I was with Airbus. I left out my job of Airbus to create Skyted, which is how to make a TED talk in the sky. That's the origin of Skyted. It was how I will be able to make this interview on a flight from United from New York to LA. At the same time, nobody knows what I'm talking about. This is pretty much privacy we wanted to achieve. And I've been talking to the guy we know to stop 100 dB. They're the people of the ONERA, which is the French equivalent of the NASA. And NASA know how to stop big noise like aircraft engine or rockets or very, very heavy duty sounds, And I've been talking to one of the engineers, who is a researcher of this French, I will say, organism, which is a research center, which is behind Airbus. And he told me, well, I know how to make jet engine silencers. So you know what? We're going to reduce the size. And this is pretty much what you have. All the teeny holes here are what you get pretty much when you see the inlet call of jet engines. And with that, you are able to stop the sound of a jet engine. So if we can stop the jet engine sounds, we're going to be able to put that into a mask, as you can see it here, and stop the human and muffle the human voice.
So is there like a Bluetooth microphone inside of it, or how
Sure.
are you communicating?
So that's the basic of the technology, is really to stop the sound here. After, you're going to have one Bluetooth, which is going to come down from the mask to your phone. One is going to go directly from the phone to your earbuds or to the AirPods. So we're totally agnostic with all your other equipment. And we can have it wired if you want it very simple, or for people who want to have high confidentiality, because wired is the better way to protect your conversation that nobody can pry into. So we have a couple of features. One of them is the sound bubble. So you can, with an algorithm, we're going to be able to calculate how far the sound is going in terms of intelligibility and perceptibility, to make sure that people next to you won't hear what you said or they will not understand. So we're going to be able to calculate that in a matter of inches, not yards. And the second features we have is we have a complete safe security level that, as we have a mask that's going to stop your human voice, we're going to be able to mask with surrounding noise. For example, you are in another country and you want to make high confidentiality calls, for example, in your hotel room, you can play music, and your AirPods will get the music, the sound of the call into your ear, and you're going to be able to talk, and we can really encrypt directly the conversation directly from the mask itself. So that gives you a lot of features that are completely unique and give you what we call defense level call up to a Teams or a Zoom. That's pretty much the level of safety we can achieve with our product.
Interesting. Now, a couple of questions. First of all, breathability, because it looks pretty hefty. The breathability while you're wearing it, and anti-fog functions for your
it's pretty
glasses.
much. You can see it's a completely hollow structure. The sun and the air will go around this part here, as you can see, and it's a direct air access. That means you can breathe through the product. There is no membranes. The air is going in and out. So it's like a scuba diver, tube. There is no restriction. You are not talking into a foam. Think about a jet engine. The air is going in and out naturally, as you can see, in a very big quantity of air, but the sound is getting trapped. So this is exactly the same structure. So we are the only one to open. After that, you can put membranes or a couple of inches of different technology. With this product, is that it's very thin, like a jet engine absorber, and also it's direct air access.
So you're not fogging up your glasses the way you have this?
No, because the air is going on the side, so you don't have that.
Are there any benefits then in terms of germ prevention?
Not on this one, because after that we have to go to FDAs, and the COVID is gone. The first version was COVID mask, which has sound absorptions. Now we're working on the open air access. But in case we would like to add something on extra on the side, as you can see, there is some air vents here on the side. We'll be able to add some of the mask on top of it.
So now you're going on Kickstarter with this. So tell us what people should know about that, and when you expect to ship, and what the pricing levels are going to be.
Well, the price level is going to be $240. It's going to be $299 for the wired system, so people can have wired. Some people don't want to have Bluetooth, and on the other case, we are going to put Bluetooth on top of the product, so you'll be able to have a direct communication from your phone to the mask itself. And we're going to add a kind of what we call a dongle, which is going to communicate with your AirPods, your mask, and different product around. So that's the way it is. So we have two different lines. One is for the travelers, the road wires. We want to travel everywhere, so you're going to be able to, for example, to have either wired or Bluetooth product. And you have an extra package with for encryptions for people who want to have high quality of safetiness. And that's that for the travelers. And after, for the gamers, we have two products. One is going to be for the adults. You just want to play and not wake up your wife, who is going to be close to you if you're living in the same room, or you want to play in the office at lunchtime and you don't want your colleagues to jump into your game. You're going to be able to use this mask either, and with a special apps. And after that, we have what we call the hybrid model, which is either for travelers or for gamers. People around 40 years old that used to game at night and work during the day. So you have the both apps, one gamers, one app. So that's the best product we can get. And this price is around $600. That's on Kickstarter. That's the 2 point we've got today. And we have one very interesting new development, which is called voice awareness. From our experience of managing pilot voice, you have to stay very calm to avoid to pass your stress to your co-pilots. For example, when something occurs, when something arrives. That's at the point very important. So voice awareness, your parents, mother, can, for example, in her app, will be able to have a direct call, and she's going to see how far she can give a dB level to her kids. So if they start to speak too loud, every time she's going to be aware that they start to scream, because we see a direct correlation between aggressivity and the fact that you can really voice up. So the more you're going to be able to speak up, the more you're going to be aggressive. You never start to insult people whispering. Let's put it very bluntly. So by this product, we know the parents will know how many times the kids are jumping over the fence, I will say, and speaking way too loud, and she's going to be able to stop. And we know that we call that. We think they will be able to mute the kids, and the parents will see you have been talking too loud. So now for 90 seconds or 2 minutes, you are going to be mute, and you can play with your kids. So just behave. Next time, I cut the game. Just to avoid knocking at the door and say to your kids, you're speaking too loud, 2-3 times, because we know pilots, when they are in situation of stress, don't hear any incoming input. It's only visual. So that's why all the alarms in the cockpit usually come also with a visual part. So from our experience, for one more time, we're backed by Airbus, the European Space Agency, the ONERA, and we work with the Telsat, which is satellite providers, to bring in mobility, because now you're going to be able to make calls in high density, like trains, aircraft, and so on. We know that from my experience with those guys, that pilot training is pretty much how you concentrate on something which is very meaningful for your job, and at the same time, you make sure that you're going to be able to control and behave. So this is a voice awareness. Voice awareness will bring the parents and kids relations to avoid that your kids is going to be in loop, very aggressive loop, and come in some rants. So it's better to control it. That's why we talked to major franchise. We came to us and said, this is not a good way to make two silent calls, because if not, that's going to be an issue for kids to start to be too aggressive. So today we have this voice awareness, encryption for travelers, and the best package for both of the people. It's on Kickstarter, and January the 8th is a D-Day.
Very interesting. Let's take a look at a little video to show how this works.
Amidst the shift to hybrid work, our communication has become increasingly diverse. From bustling cafes to crowded trains, finding a private space for crucial calls during daily commutes has been challenging. Often, vital discussions happen in less than ideal environments, risking the privacy and confidentiality of our conversations. In a world where every space becomes a place of work or leisure, where do you find silence? Introducing Skyted. Make calls anywhere you want. Stay connected in silence. No sound in, no voice out. The Skyted mask isn't just a mask, it's a technological marvel. With its jet engine-based tech, advanced acoustic absorption material, it is designed in collaboration with Airbus, ONERA, the French Aerospace Lab, and the European Space Agency. Crafted with cutting-edge technology, our mask acts as an impenetrable barrier to external sounds, absorbing up to 80% of the wearer's voice. Even on your daily commute, Skyted makes all the difference. It is incredibly comfortable to wear and allows you to breathe in and out easily. Thanks to the Skyted app, you can now control your sound bubble around you by easily calculating your perceptibility and intelligibility levels and tailoring it to varying degrees of privacy.
We need to wrap up.
Yes, no problem. I'm in a private place.
Don't fear having your calls compromised, as our Voice Protect feature protects you from eavesdropping by encrypting and silencing your conversation. Skyted allows you to take control of your auditory environment, creating your ideal space for confidential conversations. Along with the travel mask, Skyted introduces the hybrid mask for those who refuse to compromise between working and gaming. Experience a new way to elevate your gaming experience to whisper quiet levels. Elevate your calls to a secret defense level. With Skyted, work hard, play harder. Skyted, crafted from the realm of aerospace tech, now within your reach. Join us in this revolution of silence. Skyted, redefining a quieter world for everyone.
So very impressive. So tell us again, this is going to be shipping. What's your estimate as to when you're going to be able to deliver these into the hands of customers?
Well, we're going to be on Q4 2024. We are already working on the design of the, I will say the firmware, hardware, and all the cells like you have it here. One more time, it's working from jet engine, so it's some technology we know in Airbus. They know how to handle that. The main part is going to be end of the year, so it's going to take 1 year, but we are already looking at B2B applications, like adding, for example, glasses. I'm talking about the Meta glasses, for example, in the future, that you're going to be able to make a call silently in a restaurant just with the glasses, and your calls can be on one lens, and you're going to be able to talk to somebody and nobody knows you are doing a call. That's pretty much what we want to offer to the hybrid people, is to really show them that you can be completely silent and completely in your sound bubble and protected in your discussion everywhere you go at any time. that's pretty much what we work on.
And people might assume that you're wearing the mask just for health reasons.
Yeah, we took a mask. We need to have surface. It's don't forget that the voice is about 110 dB going out of the mouth, so it's a main issue. So we took this design here, and the microphone is inside, and you will be able to make a call. So it's a V1. That's why we go on Kickstarter, because we are really working into the geeks and the people. We are very tech oriented, and we want to have their own privacy to talk to whoever they want, wherever they want. So that's the first mask which really come with a high level of features in terms of quality of the product. One more time, it's backed by Airbus and the French NASA. So that's the guy who know how to stop sounds. But also a lot of features are going to come, we're going to build up on the side of the product, which are going to be Bluetooth, masking. So I'm going to be able to talk, and my colleagues next to me won't be able to hear in the office and so on. So major market for us is mobility. One, we test the Amtrak. People can come to our website. We have done an extensive survey on 15,000 miles of trains, and Teams, Google Meet, and Zoom work very well. You just need this mask, and off you go. On Amtrak, bright light from Orlando to Miami, you can make 3 hours of calls during transport. Now that's really going to change the way people travel, the way people see their mobility, because they're going to be able to spend some time in trains to have their own sound bubble, like you are in your own car. So you can have your own privacy bubble everywhere you go. So that's a major point of that. It's not only a mask; it's a different way of traveling.
And for gamers, I assume they'll be able to decorate these the way
Of
they
course,
want.
of course, we work with the front parts can be decorated. The front part, you can see it here, is as a direct. The front part can be changed, and we've been working on the CES. People can come for a demo on our booth. I give you an headset. We won't be able to let the mask to other people. If not, I'm sure we're going to wind up having COVID, because we're gonna have thousands of visitors like last year. The main part is that you can come and I give you the headset, and you're going to be able to hear either nothing if you take them out, or you're going to have my voice very clear. Because one key point of the product is that the voice is not going out, but the noise is not going in. So you can be sitting on a sledgehammer, you can still handle a call if you want. So it's not a big deal.
And as far as cleaning this is concerned, what's the process?
Yeah, the process inside, you can take the membrane you have here and take the parts inside. This is just the outside shell you get here. Inside, you take the parts, and you're going to take this part out, and you're going to be able to clean it, change it, and you can change the membrane either. Also, there's 5 different sizes. So from XS to XL, that's going to fit to everybody's face. The COVID experience brings us a lot of knowledge on mask. We know what is convenient and inconvenient in terms of plastic masks. So we have all the literatures to really develop an easy product for that, which is going to be very cool to wear.
So for more information, where can people go?
They can go to Skyted.io and be able to visit our website, test the train networks, to go on to see what's the favorite line, like Boston, New York is prone for colds right now. And I tell you, in the US, everything is ready for colds. They can also test what we call the voice simulators. They put their voice, that's going to be in a few days, and they're going to see what's going to be the sounds going out of the mask, so they can see if that's fitting their request for privacy, for example, in a train or an aircraft. It's working very well. And Skyted.io, they can find us Instagram at Skyted Audio. They can find us on Twitters, on all the social media, Instagram to Facebook and so on. And LinkedIn, the best way to go for corporate information is on LinkedIn Skyted page. But the most important is right now, for people who wants to buy it on Kickstarter, they're going to get 50% discount compared with the retail price. So today they can go to Kickstarter, preset the page, and we have already the status of Project We Love from Kickstarter. So we're number 3 right now. So that's very, very great. And we are going to be able to handle right now all the orders from at the CES live on the 8th of January, and for only 100 product is going to be very offer on the first day. So people have to jump on the 8th to book, of course, the first 100 product, which are going to be early bird price.
Terrific. Again, it's skyted.io. Congratulations on the innovations there. Looks like very worthwhile and fun. Stephane Hersen, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Sure, and maybe see you at CES for a demo on our booth at the Eureka Park. We'd love to see anybody who wants to try the technology.